Alright, what's up guys? Today we're going to be back testing. We're going to start with an account balance of $50,000 to make it seem as if it was a $50,000 funded account and show you guys how to pass them and just how to backtest and backtest your strategies in general. So right now I'm using FX Replay and I don't have the paid version, so just go with me if things are going slowly. Okay, so we're going to name this session Profitable, and we're going to change this account balance to 50,000. Then, since I don't have the paid version, I apologize, but we're just going to be using USSPX 500, and we're going to backtest. I don't know. I would ask you guys what month you guys want me to backtest, but let's just backtest this month so far. Alright, so we'll start there, and we'll end there, and there we go. So, loading in. Alright, I'm just checking if there's anything I'd want you to cross out here. I don't think so. Okay, so as you can see, here we have the charts straight away, and you guys know we're not going to be trading these chart colors. Wait, why don't we try something new? Hold up, I actually want to try something new. Alright, let's try these chart colors and see if they look stupid or not. So we're going to do this color on the, and then the borders are going to be black because that's tough, and the wicks are also going to be black. Oh wait, you can't see black here. Wait, I'm stupid. Alright, we'll do that, and then this will be straight black. Oh, we can't do black, bro. Alright, yeah, we're just going back to the original. There. Just know the chart colors don't really matter at all. I just wanted to see what would look cool. But I feel stupid for this, but I don't know how to change my FX Replay to a white background. I tried, didn't figure it out. Anyways, so what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be backtesting the month of February so far with my strategy, and we might make some tweaks later on. I'll explain everything as we go on, and I'm going to be showing you guys all the confluences that I use to catch trades like I did this month, and you would know what kind of trades those are, winning trades, if you watch my past trade recaps, well, which I'll suggest at the end of the video. Starting off on the 1 hour time frame like usual, I'd like to just mark out whatever fair value gaps we can respect or disrespect. You can also go on the 4 hour to get a better sense of which direction the market is in right now. And if you can see, we had we're in a leg down right now, sort of consolidating here. So as of right now, we're kind of just consolidating, and I don't really see anything that I would look for right now, so we're just gonna let it run a bit. Okay. Strong downtrend. Alright, so once again, like I said, let's just mark out whatever fair value gaps we see. We have a 1 hour bearish fair value gap right here, and we have another bearish fair value gap right here. So now let's just wait to see if any of those get filled. Okay, so we inversed the first one, and now let's see if we can respect or disrespect this other 1 hour. Oh my gosh, okay, that was my bad. I don't know why I put 2. So we inversed both of those. We could have, yeah, that was a really good V-shape, just V-shape move up, but I wasn't able to catch that. But let's just go and see if there were any entries we could have taken. So going over why I would have went long on this, I marked out the 2 1 hour fair value gaps. We inversed this first one, we inversed the second one. After we inversed the second one, I wanted the 1 hour candlestick to close above it. So I just wanted it to close, so I pressed for the next candle, and for some reason 2 went, whatever. Let's just go see if there was an entry. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the lower time frames. So straight away you can see here we had a 5-minute inverse. We had I like to go on the 15-minute too, because you can look for leg move downs. Alright, so the only thing that looked really appealing to me was this 3-minute inverse fair value gap right now. And hopefully you guys know what an inverse fair value gaps are, because I had a video going over what fair value gaps are, but I didn't really get into depth about inverse fair value gaps. So basically what an inverse fair value gap is, let's go over it real quickly. So let's say we have a fair value gap right here, and then we're going up into the fair value gap. Normally you'd think we would respect it. If we respect the fair value gap, it's when we go into the fair value gap, the body of the candlestick closes inside that fair value gap, and then we get a move out of it. An inverse fair value gap would be if we just go straight past that fair value gap and we close outside of the fair value gap. That would be inversing it or disrespecting it. So yeah, the only thing I really saw here was this 3-minute inverse fair value gap. I don't want to go too much into depth about this since we didn't catch the trade, since we still have a whole month of data to go over. So let's keep on moving. We're just going to let this run a bit, see how high it gets. Maybe, okay. So when you're in an uptrend, you can often look for continuation trades. That's what I like to do. I like to trade with the trend because overall you just have better odds of trading with the trend rather than against it. And by doing that, whenever I'm doing a continuation trade, I only go for a 1-to-1. I usually don't go higher than that unless there's a clear drawn liquidity that I'm 90% sure is going to get hit. 100% sure, 90% sure, same thing. Not same thing. Anyways, so basically what I like to look for is if we're in an uptrend like we have here, we're in a really strong uptrend, as you can see here. I like to look for usually a 15-minute pullback. So usually when we're in an uptrend like we are here, you can see that we had a big move up, and then here price starts to slow down. When price starts to slow down, that's normally not a good sign, and normally I don't like to take continuation trades when price seems to be going slower and with less movement and volatility, because that just means that price is consolidating, and overall you want to take trades where you can see price moving better. So like this 3-minute, and then you can see how like directly price moved up after that. So let's just see if there's anything we can take here. So there's a 15-minute fair value gap right here, and then what I like to see for continuation trades is I like to see first the 15-minute fair value gap, then I like to see that 15-minute fair value gap get respected, and after it gets respected, I like to normally see a 3 to 1 minute inverse fair value gap just for further confirmation. So let's move this down to the 15-minute and see if we can. No, so we didn't, the body didn't. Yeah, okay, now we're inside that fair value gap, and now we're moving out of it. Okay, so we respected that 15-minute fair value gap, and you may ask that why we didn't respect it with this candlestick here, because this candlestick here went inside the fair value gap, but that wouldn't be respecting the fair value gap, because in order for the fair value gap to get respected, the body needs to close inside of the fair value gap, which we did not see here. So here on the second move down, you can see that the body of the candlestick actually closed inside the fair value gap, which now we're getting move out of. And let's go down to the 3-minute, and yeah, we already got an inverse here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a 1-to-1 there and see how it plays out. Normally I'm not sure if I would take this because, as I already said, price is way more choppy, but we're just gonna see how this plays out. There. So as you can see, that hit, we have $500 profit because I'm risking, how much am I risking? I risk 1%. I risk 1% because when on a funded account, there's a 50K funded account, you want to be risking around 1% per trade, because you don't want to be in that eval for too long, which I did make the mistake of, and I'm currently in eval right now, but I made the mistake of, well, if you watch my trade recaps, you know all the mistakes I did, because I go over all of them to make sure that you guys don't make the same mistakes. But basically, my risk was off, my risk management was off, and my execution was terrible. So anyways, moving on. So as you can see, we got that 1-to-1, but it was quite choppy. We did almost get it here, but then anyways, that would actually be a problem, because normally, I just realized this, normally I think I would go I'd go break even this internal high. So if I went break even there, we would have gotten stopped out. So anyways, let's put that back at, where is it? In here. Moving on, we got that 1-to-1. Let's just let price run a little more. Okay, so we swept this high over here. I can already see this. And we swept this high over here, which is liquidity sweep, and sometimes may be signs of a retracement lower. So we had a really big move up here, and I'm gonna let price run a little longer. Bro, what? I mean, I guess we inverse this fair value gap here, but that's actually, oh, there's also one here. But that's actually crazy, because if you look at this move up, we don't have a fair value gap until here. Let's see on the 4-hour. Dude, the 4-hour is just one big fair value gap, bro. I'm gonna let it run a little, yeah. Yeah, here I would like an entry short, but it is kind of sketchy in these kind of situations, because even though I do think we'll at least pull back into this 1 hour right here, it is kind of sketchy since we are in a 4-hour fair value gap. Let's see if there's any entries. Let's go on the lower time frame. Okay, so let's just see if we can get a pullback. No, I think price just wants to go lower. I think price just wants to visit that 1 hour fair value gap and then retrace out of that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did, right? Let's just let it run. Let's see. Dang, we inversed it, bro. All right, let's see if we can get a close on that at least. And let's see if we inverse the 4-hour, because then we could go short. We did inverse the 4-hour. We inversed 2 4-hours. So we're going to try and catch a short, and let's just mark out some draws liquidity we can have here. Right down here. And if we're feeling risky, we can go down here. Depends on what happens, but now I know you can go a lot deeper into this stuff, but I'm just sort of trying to move quick since we have a whole month of data to backtest, which you would be surprised, but it really isn't that much. When I backtest, I do like, dude, I backtest like all the time. I backtest like months and months of data. I have to like open new accounts because they only give you a certain amount of time that you can on each account to backtest without paying. Anyways, let's go on to the lower time frames. You see, so like I said, now I would just want to pull back because it's kind of late to get like a whole move right now. So we kind of I would just look for a continuation trade again. We do have a pullback here, but we don't really have any 15-minute. Yeah, there. You see, this is a bad sign. Like, look how much we're consolidating right now. Look at that. Yeah, I don't want to be trading this because we already had lots of volatility, so I'm just going to let this run a bit. So, as we were looking here, right now we were just consolidating. Now we seem to have another move down. Price is still just consolidating. You know, I'm just going to move. I'm going to next day. Oh, that's great. It was right there. I just skipped one of my. Okay. So, we're going to go on to the 1 hour. And so, see what we have here. Nothing yet. We inverse that. We're back up. And what really sucks is that I can't like switch pairs. I can't do ES and NQ to see if there's like SMTs, because SMTs is a big part of what I use to enter trades or to catch trades. Anyways, we had a big move down, so now we can usually look for a retrace. We swept this low down here and open up some bearish fair value gaps. 4 hours? There 4 hour? Doubt it. Yeah, doubt it. Oh, there is. All right, now we're gonna wait, see what happens. Keep going lower. Going lower. And now there's a, okay. So we inverse that. Now we're gonna look for continuation once again to these lows. Looks like we have some low resistance liquidity here, so we might sweep these lows. One here. That's already swept. Here, we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. Okay. Now we're going to move to the lower time frame. And already you can see 5-minute here. Now let's see if we have a 15-minute. No 15-minute. We're not gonna, we have to make sure to switch that. Okay, we're just trailing higher. Yeah, that's already cooked. Wait, no. Okay, we can still get an entry off this, guys. We can still get an entry. Oh, this is... Alright, so we're consolidating. Nice. Oh. No, I did not make... Oh my gosh. Bro, I accidentally pressed enter. Okay, there weren't any entries there. So, you know, sometimes you just don't get an entry. Sometimes it's better, or not better, but like, I'm sure there was something. Anyways, it's fine. I'm gonna move to next. Oh, that's a nice inverse. See, that's a nice 3-minute inverse. So now what I want to see after inversing that is I want to see a fair value gap get respected. And not just consolidate like that. Okay, so we have might be a new week opening gap, which a lot of time we like to trace back into, which, okay, price right now is just consolidating. When price is consolidating, just, you have to like be smart about what you do. Trade it into that new week opening gap. New day, maybe, I don't know. We're gonna, this looks terrible. Like, this actually just looks terrible. Crazy how we've only taken one trade. I know there were more trades I could have taken, but okay, so here, right away, we're in a fair value gap. I remember this day. Hold up. I remember this day. I remember this day. What day is this? Let's check if I got a trade here. Pretty sure I did. 10th, right here. What did I do here? Should be able to spot it out. Oh, now it's the 11th. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna let this run a bit. So, fast forward this. Oh, there. Okay. Inverse fair value gap. Lower time frame. Usual. Oh my gosh. Really stacked up. Alright, now we're gonna put this down. Try and get an entry. Oh, there we go. Nope. Inversed it. Once again, consolidating. Okay. We did inverse this right here. I would like to get, like to respect. Oh my gosh. This is like... What day was this? This is the 11th. Did I trade that day? 11th. Didn't trade until the 12th. That probably gives you a sign on... This should show you why. This right here should show you why I did not trade. Yeah, we're gonna let this run. Okay, so we're gonna go off this. We had a big move down. Created a big bearish fair value gap. We're gonna keep going down, I guess. Okay, so here we had a big move down. Then we had a pullback. And now we inversed this 5-minute fair value gap. So I'm just gonna go for a 1-to-1 here, see what happens. Just a 1-to-1, little 1-to-1. I don't usually risk too much on these. Yeah, nice. There. Yeah, there we go. Played out. We're up 1K. There. Yeah, now we're consolidating. All right. Okay, guys, here we're going to go for another probably 1-to-1 because look, here on the 1-hour time frame, we had this 1-hour bearish fair value gap, which we respected. And now I scale down to the lower time frame, and we respected this 5-minute, I believe, and I might wait for a pullback again, even though I'm pretty sure we already got our pullback. We're just going to go for 1-to-1, see how it plays out. This one's really risky. I wouldn't take this. There we go. Okay, that actually played out. So, starting off, we respected this 1-hour fair value gap right here that I marked out. Then, we had a V shape, and we had these highs. We have these stacked up highs, which which is a reason that I think now we're going to retrace. But anyways, then we respect this 5-minute fair value gap right here. And if we even want to go on the 1 minute, we inversed a 1 minute right here. So yes, that, looking deeper into that, that could be a trade that I would take. And I would normally go around here. Yeah, that was a good trade. That was a good trade. That was like an A minus. All right, now we can look for retracements. Okay, so we're in a downtrend right now, so we might as well look for continuation. Like usual, we're going to go on the 15-minute, see if we have anything. Yes, we have a 15-minute fair value gap right here. Not yet went back into. I don't think we will either. We inversed the fair value gap. Okay, we inversed right here. It's not enough. If we can respect this and close out of it, yeah. Okay, that's good. If we're going to get out of this, right? Surely, we have to. Yeah. One more tick to be safe. Will this ruin it all? No. Wait. Oh, dang. I'm taking this if we can close here out of it. Yeah. So for continuation, we in a downtrend, marked out this 15-minute fair value gap. We retraced back into it, retraced back into this 15-minute fair value gap, and then we inversed a 15-minute fair value gap right here. Now if we can go to the lower time frame, see what we have. Also inverse this. We had another pullback, and now we're gonna go short, see what happens. We're gonna target one to one. Usually, told you guys, I go to 1-to-1s on continuation trades. I could target this low, but should I target it? Yeah, we're gonna go for that just because for the video. And normally this is a little less of a continuation because we actually had a really nice pullback and then an inverse. So we're just gonna see how this plays out. Might not work. And we're gonna have this as a break-even point right here. And stopped out, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, nice, bro. Look at that. 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 Look at that, bro. I actually just got manipulated. Bro. That was terrible by me, though. Now that I see it, that was terrible by me. Because that was a terrible spot for my stop loss. Oh, we're just gonna leave that. Honestly, that could have played out, but it is what it is. Moving on. So looking at this 1 hour fair value gap here that we had way back here, now we are just filling into that. As you can see, we respect that 1 hour fair value gap, but we also inversed a 1 hour fair value gap right here. So now we're gonna go on the lower time frame, see if we can get an entry. Nice, yeah. Okay, we respect this 5-minute right here, and we could wait for another pullback. We could just take the trade. We're gonna be safe. Okay, we're gonna go short here because now we also as well respected this 5-minute fair value gap. We're gonna target this low, and we're gonna have an entry point. We're actually gonna. I don't want to risk on this. I don't want to risk, but there's no clear stop. Here we go. Alright, gonna go at this top of this candle, and then we're gonna have. We could have our break-even point at this low, but that seems a little too close. Let's see how this plays out. Dang, and stopped out. Yeah, we could have went break even at that point, and that would have been better, honestly. We're gonna go for a little 1-to-1 here. We respected a 1 hour fair value gap, and now we respected a 5-minute fair value gap. Looking into this now, we swept these lows over here, and now we're gonna to scale over back to this. And again, we don't always have to use the disrespect 1 hour fair value gap. So now we retrace back into a fair value gap right here. Now yes, look at this 15-minute fair value gap, and we're retracing right out of it. So marking out this 15-minute right here, and then also here in this 3-minute, I believe, yeah, we had an inverse fair value gap. So we're gonna go long, place our stop loss under these lows, and we're gonna target these highs up here. We're gonna go for these. No, we'll go for these highs, and then we'll have this be our break-even point there. And that's take profit. So a mistake that we were doing with the past trades is that I wasn't actually setting a clear break-even point because I was really rushing through things, and now taking more time, we actually have a clear internal high as a break-even point and clear draws on liquidity. Okay, now going on to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we're inside this 1 hour fair value gap right now. We're currently what looks like gonna respect this fair value gap. Let's let this run for a bit and have a close. Yeah, so we close out of this, I would have went for a 1-to-1 and probably just targeted this high right here, but it's too late for that. And we're trailing inside this 1 hour fair value gap. So looking back here, because some people, mistakes that many people do is they only look at the current day. If you look back here, you can see that you're in a 1 hour fair value gap right now, which could be signs that you're gonna respect that fair value gap. And if people try and go long based off just this, you could also get stopped out by this. And if we're respecting this 1 hour fair value gap over here, and that's what seems like it's about to happen right now. So yeah, so we're gonna go, yeah, we're inside this 1 hour right here, so we're gonna forget about this one. And looking at this, we're also inversing this 5 minute, so I'm gonna go short. And this actually seems like a really nice V shape. I think we can go all the way down here, honestly. We have many lows that we can target. Should we be safe, or should we, it's almost the end of the session, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna set our stop loss above this. We're gonna put this down to this high. No, are we gonna go all the way down there? Do we think we can go? Let's see how many points that is. Can we do that? Should we just go down to here? Let's check what profit that would be. That would be approximately 1.7k profit. How much would it be going here? 1.4k. Bro, do we actually just send it all the way down here? 3k. We're going for it. We're going for it. Are we? Yeah, we are. We're gonna go for it. Most likely last trade of the session, and honestly one of the ones that I liked most so far. Let's set in a break-even point right here. All right. Okay. Yes, we have momentum to go lower, because if you look at the 1 hour fair value gap here that we actually took a trade on earlier, we're inversing that. We're inversing this, and I'm just not sure if we're gonna go all the way down here. So we might have to move our stop loss. Let's let it run a bit more. It's not slowing down. You see, this is great. Like, this is what you want to see when you're in a trade. You don't want to see any little movements. You don't want to see consolidation like whatever that is. You want to see clear moves like this. You want to see clear moves like this. This is a great trade. This is I would take this. I would take this 10 out of 10 times. Honestly, I think we could be happy with that. Okay, looking back at this was Friday the 20th. I went on the Forex Factory. We had FOMC meeting minutes. That's at 3 p.m. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what this move was off of. We're just gonna let it run. We're gonna let it run to the bottom, see what happens. Oh my gosh. Wait. Oh, because I'm on 10 minute here. We're moving this down here. It's gonna hit, isn't it? Dude, if this retraces now, that's actually so unlucky. Oh my gosh, please don't. Please don't. And bang. That was a crazy trade. That was an amazing trade. That's everything. Okay, I want to go over that real quickly. Everything was on point with that. Everything was on point with that. Look, so like I was saying here, we had a 1 hour fair value gap that, okay, this whole thing here was manipulation, and that's what a lot of people seem to fall for. So we respected this 1 hour fair value gap. I'm assuming that a lot of people got stopped out here, maybe with targeting these highs. But I'm assuming many people didn't see that there was a 1 hour fair value gap here on the previous day. There was a previous day fair value gap that we were respecting, and we ended up respecting that. And then going on to we inversed the 15-minute fair value gap right here. Yeah, we entered after that inverse and after that sweep right here. So everything was on point. And then I wasn't like that sketched out other than for like this leg up here, because look, there was clear continuation on this 5 minute. We respected this 5 minute fair value gap and we went lower. And then again here, did that happen here? No, that was just, well, it played out. Everything was on point. We actually did have a clear break-even point, and we were really smart about that trade. I want to see if it would hit this second low that we have marked out here. Oh my gosh, no, it wouldn't. Would it? Yeah, it would have. Oh, it went lower. Okay. We could have went until this low, but it worked out. That was a really good trade, and I hope you guys understand why I took that. Now we have equal lows here, so wait, this seems like we could have a Oh, it's not. This low got swept. The low got swept. Okay, wait. We might have a V shape here. Okay, if we can inverse this 5-minute, I might go long. Because we already inversed this here. And this would be a great break-even point. If we can inverse, okay. Yeah, close. Let's close. Okay, we're gonna go long. Where was this until? Here. Do we just target that? I don't think it'll go all the way back up there. Or do we just go for a 1-to-1? I think we're just gonna go for a 1-to-1 on this one. Since the move already, it's already been a bit. It's already up how many points? Okay, you guys can take a look at this. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna go for a 1-to-1. I think that's it. I don't even. Do we take this? Okay, yeah. Can we end the session with a win? Well, we already did, but oh no. Are you kidding me? It's gonna hit it now. I'm re-entering. Because yeah, I'm re-entering. Except I'm gonna put this here. This here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what? Oh my gosh, what? We definitely had news on this day. What day is that? Friday 20th. This is what I was just looking at, isn't it? Wait, what? Yeah. Oh wow. We had really high impact news. Well, we definitely could have targeted that. Definitely could have. Okay, now I'm actually remembering. I don't know why I did not remember this. This was literally yesterday. Okay, so I want to go. There were so many. Oh my gosh, I didn't trade yesterday. Because you'll see. There were just so many. Price was like, look, there was that move up. And then price was just choppy. Price was actually like, there was this though. You'll see here, I believe. We didn't sweep that high. I don't remember if it was an SMT. But then we had an inverse, I believe. Yeah, and I was thinking about taking it. I didn't. I just want to show you guys. I was thinking about taking it, but I just didn't because of how sketchy price action seemed today. And I wasn't, yeah, I remember now. I wasn't planning on trading on this day because this right here was, yeah, this was market open. And market open just seemed, it was so sketchy. I just didn't like it. And that's why I didn't trade yesterday. This hits, yeah. Well, that's pretty much the end of the session, I believe. Is it? Yeah. Yep, there we go. So, let's go over this. Overall, not the best backtesting session I've had. We did end up really like locking in at the end. Took a little break. We did end up locking in at the end. But in the beginning, we were also doing good. And then we were just rushing too much. I just started rushing too much. I wasn't setting any break-even points. Now I'm like thinking back. I don't know why. But we did end up locking it at the end. We got really nice short. And we ended up with a 63.64% win rate, which isn't great on this month. Oh wow, because this month, so on I'm in an eval right now, and I have a 76% win rate right now. I showed you guys the month. It's great. This month was great for me, but I have a 76% win rate on there. I have a 63% win rate on here. I can make a video if you guys want, going over every single trade I took this month. And hopefully you guys understood why I took each trade and why the ones that failed did fail. And we ended with a 4,401 profit, which isn't great, isn't terrible considering that it was a little over half a month. But again, not terrible. And hopefully you guys understood why we took everything. And make sure to let me know if you want a video on every trade I've taken this month, because this month has been a really good trading month for me, probably my best one yet. I've like I said, over a 70% win rate, which is great. And again, hopefully you enjoyed this video and understood why each trade was taken and why each one that failed, and everything that you need to do that I didn't do, and learn from all the mistakes that I did. Hopefully you were able to understand the way that I explain things and understand the model that I teach. And thank you for watching.